An unfamiliar course, but not an unfamiliar sport. Putting a rubber ball through an iron circle 10 feet off the ground is something Tom Szymanski could do better than most.
Basketball was it when I was a kid. I tried all the sports. I was okay at baseball and football, but when I shot up to a height of 6 feet in fourth grade, and I was taller than most of my friends' dads, I decided to use my height advantage.
The man they called Too Tall was the man at Stevens Point Area High School in Wisconsin.
I still have the single game scoring record at my high school, and that was like 35 years ago, 41 points.
Offers from colleges came. Indiana's Bobby Knight sent a letter.
And I showed it to my dad, and I remember my dad saying, "You're not going to play for that guy, are you?"
The Minnesota Golden Gophers had one scholarship left, and Szymanski was up for it, along with someone else who is nearly 7 feet tall.
At the same time I was there was another guy from Hibbing, Minnesota named Kevin McHale, who I didn't know about at the time because I was from Wisconsin. And it turned out that they gave that one last scholarship to Kevin McHale, which was the right decision.
It came down to Minnesota State Mankato and Western Michigan, a Division I school. The bigger school won out, and that meant some big-time opposition, including Michigan State and a man called Magic.
Our own guy made a free throw, and instead of going back on defense, I grabbed the ball out of the net, go under the basket, start looking down the court. My own team is pressing me. Magic Johnson looks at me and says, "What are you doing, man? Give me the ball. Go play defense." So I gave him the ball and went back and played defense.
Then a transfer to East Carolina and a collision with Coach K.
Most intimidating place I ever played basketball, and I think it stands true today to a lot of people, was Cameron Indoor Stadium, University of Duke. It was Coach K's first year there. You walk out from the locker room for your pregame warm-ups, and they're stomping on the bleachers to the tune, "We Will Rock You." And after they beat you, they play Another One Bites the Dust. And it's just so loud. It was actually the scariest place I ever played.
A goal was to go pro, and he could have.
I had a chance to go and play in France. It would have been a sweet deal. If I were to go back and do it again, I would. But I turned it down because I had a 3.9 GPA, which qualified me for another scholarship to go on to graduate school. What I really wanted to do, I had the foresight, maybe I was lucky enough to have the foresight, I wanted to use the basketball as a vehicle to get me a free education to pursue what was my ultimate goal, was to become a meteorologist.
These days, the 10-foot hoop has been replaced by a 9-foot green wall. It's radars instead of rebounds, barometers instead of backboards. For over 2 decades, his tip-off time has been at 5, 6, and 10 when the newscast starts.
Now we're going to look at the big picture. Here it comes!
And just like on the court, Too Tall continues to stand out.
The thing that hoops taught me was how to be competitive. It's like yesterday. And so I look at basketball sort of as a microcosm of life for me. And I've taken what I've learned from basketball and carried it over to other areas of my life.